Welcome to the Boiling Point. Ritchie, WARE, Stephen Taylor. We're going to be talking a little bit about a mobile boiler, what you see in the background. But after you use the rental boiler, how do you get it ready to be able to be sent back? So Steve and I are going to walk in the unit and we're going to get started.
So we're inside the mobile boiler room. This is a 350 horsepower unit, a new unit that's still going through the testing. We're actually through testing and they're getting ready to shut it down and drain it. The biggest thing that you have to look for is all the drain valves. Every low point in the entire unit has got a drain valve on it. Otherwise it'd freeze up before it got back to our shop in the wintertime. Probably freeze up before it got to you in the summertime or in the wintertime as well. But you just have to go through the unit and open every valve. Every valve in the unit, open it up without question. You've got valves that are on the low points here. The pumps, they've got drain valves on both sides of them, down on the bottom. The feed water inlet lines going to the deaerator, got low point drains. You can see the low point drains on the water softener back there. Even on the Spyrex Sarco control valve, steam control valve, it has a drain valve on the bottom of it. There's so many valves in here that have to be drained, and invariably, it happens all the time. These units come back, the deaerator full of water. These busted wide open, valves busted, fittings busted, pumps busted open. We have them every winter, and I just cannot stress enough how important it is that you go through and drain all those valves. One, if you don't drain that deaerator and boiler, this unit's way overweight with all that water in it. So the first time, as soon as the truck driver gets to the scales, he's gonna get a ticket for being overweight, and somebody's gonna be paying for that ticket. But it's even more important because of the damage that will be done to this unit in the wintertime. Summertime, it's not a big issue, other than it just all that water sloshing back and forth. In the wintertime, it is extremely critical. We have freeze damages every winter, and somebody's got to pay for it. So watch all that stuff. Another thing we'll look at behind Tyler here, we'll turn around and take a look at it, the stack. We'll look at that for just a second. So now we're going to take a look at the boiler itself. Same thing on the boiler. Every pipe on this boiler has a drain valve. Every fitting, there's just the feed water valves, the blow downs, the water columns, the bypass around the surface blowdown. All of those have drain valves. Make sure you go through and open all those up. And if a guy tells you he's opened them, go behind him and double check. Make sure. I mean, it doesn't take 5 minutes for you to go through and make sure they're all open, make sure they're opened up. The other thing on these units, the stub stack the stack on these units, it's a telescoping stack so that you don't have to get up on the roof. You can do everything from in here. So make sure that stack is down, because this trailer is 13 feet 6 going down the road with nothing sticking up. That thing sticks up about 18 inches. That puts you at 15 foot. Guess what? He's going to be going through a bunch of overpasses that are 14 and a half feet. That thing won't be on there when it gets back. It'll be tore off and the roof will be tore up. Happens every year. We train our truck drivers to check them, but every now and then they'll pick them up in the middle of the night. Something happened, they won't check them. They'll hit an overpass, tear them up. Make sure you just pull 2 pins out, drop it down, stick the pins back in, it's ready to go. Again, the blowdowns in the back of the boiler, make sure they're all open, get that boiler drained, get everything done. There's a bypass back there that Tyler will take a look at, show you how to open that valve to make sure the boiler gets drained out. Let's go outside and take a look at the connections outside the trailer. So this is a typical hookup, temporary test station we have here, and this is a whole lot like what you'll see on a job site. So again, unhook the water, pull the flanges loose, let the lines drain out. This is the backwash from the water softener. So when you're on the job site, that's going to be hooked up. All of these are going to be hooked up, drained from the trap, drained from the deaerator itself and the water softener. All of those are going to be hooked up. Unhook them, leave these open so that any water that's sloshing around can drain out. Natural gas, same way. Unhook it here. We do have a blind flange attached. Make sure you put that back on there so when it's going down the road, no dirt and dust and varmints, whatever, can get inside there and clog that thing up. Main steam line. That spool, the black spool coming out of the trailer and that silver valve, we supply those with the unit. They're shipped loose inside so that you don't have to go inside and pipe that out. So that spool is provided, the valve is provided. Make sure you take those off, put them back inside the trailer so that they can be returned back with the unit and the next customer could have them as well. Electrical connections on the front of the trailer. Make sure you get it unhooked, close the box back up, get your power shut off before you unhook all that stuff. Same thing with all these services. Make sure all that stuff is off, locked out, tagged out before you unhook all this stuff. Just be safe when you unhook it. Let's go to the other side and look at the oil. So we're on the other side of the unit. The drain in the back off the blowdown separator. Make sure you unflange that, get that taken care of after the unit is completely drained out. If you're running oil, this is what you're going to have. We got flange connections there. Same thing, we've got blind flanges, put those back on there. Inside the unit, something I forgot to mention a few minutes ago, we were in there, make sure you clean anything out that you've left in there, any trash. A lot of times the operators will use that as their operating room. Chairs will be in there. If you put chemical drums in there, make sure you take those chemical drums back out. You don't want to ship that stuff inside the unit. We have leveling dollies on here to take the weight off the tires and to help level the trailer. Make sure those dollies are jacked up when you're all done, everything is empty. Get that all done, get it all cleaned up, ready to go. Send it back the way you received it, everything is good.
Appreciate Stephen hanging out today and talking a little bit about the boiler disconnection on the mobile boiler room. Is there something else that you need?
Yeah, you may want to shut this door. Last thing you want to do, shut the door, latch it, she's ready to go.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter if you don't mind. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, share a video. We'll see you next time on The Boiling Point.